I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So the Minnesota Vikings signed a D lineman, I believe, from the UFL. You hear me? New territory for him, but it's evident they are trying to improve their trenches. Now, is he the guy to do it? you know, is he going to come in and be a big dog up front and move bodies? You hear me? We don't know yet. You'll have to see. You'll have to see. 9 times out of 10, probably not a UFL guy. I believe he played Division I football. Dog, I think he spent a couple years in the NFL. But at the end of the day, dog, will he come in and make noise, contribute? He could. We've seen things like this happen, dog. Second chance opportunities, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, we've seen things like this happen. But at the end of the day, is it guaranteed? No, dog. Do you think the Vikings, Quasi, are sitting back saying, hey, after we bring him in, we're going to be good? Trenches, interior solidified? No, dog. They know. I'm sure Brian Flores knows as well. That's their biggest conundrum, dog. Heavy. You hear me? Hands down, man down. That's their biggest conundrum at this moment. Interior of both sides of the ball, offense and defense. You understand? But let's just get into the article, the story, man. And they also released a receiver, so creating space to maybe build the trenches, like I say, but we'll see, man. Is he a good pickup? Can he play? Does he belong in the league? We will see here. But let's check out this article, man. Vikings to sign defensive lineman Jalen Redmond, another signing from the Spring Football League. Okay, Spring Football League. On Monday, the Minnesota Vikings made a move they hope will strengthen one of their bigger question marks, that being the defensive interior. The biggest question mark. Not one of, the biggest, big dog. Aaron Wilson, is it? Yeah. NFL reporter Aaron Wilson is reporting that the Vikings are signing defensive tackle Jalen Redmond. The team had waived UDFA wide receiver DEVRON HARPER early on Monday, so they had an open roster spot for Redmond. Now, it goes to show, like, the receiver room, we know it's depth there. We know you got Jalen Naylor, Brandon Powell, but at the end of the day, you need as much depth, as much help as you can get, dog. Heavy. When we think about injuries, et cetera, et cetera. So they need to be thinking about depth at that receiver position. But, they basically picked their poison, huh? They went with the D-line interior. Makes sense to me. If he can pan out, hopefully he could just come in, be a practice squad guy. He might not even make the roster. You hear me? We're just talking facts. No disrespect. He might not see the roster, homie. But at least the Vikings are trying. They're trying. They're doing things. You understand? Heavy. Let's get it, huh? Redmond played his college football at Oklahoma and went undrafted in the 2023 NFL draft. He then signed with the Carolina Panthers in post-draft signing frenzy, but was cut by Carolina before the end of training camp. He then signed with the Arlington Renegades of the UFL in December and spent the past season in the new league. UFL guy. Obviously, he performed well. We will see. This season with Arlington, Redmond did collect 4.5 sacks, putting him just outside of the top 10 in the UFL in that category. I would like him to be number 1 if you're talking about a real splash player potentially. You would like him to be at least top 5, but and that's cool. That's solid. They're still competing. More impressive is that he collected those numbers as well as 5 tackles for loss and 18 tackles in just 4 games. Oh, damn. Hold up. Let me change my tune. You hear me? Let me change my tune. Heavy, dog. 4 games, 4.5 sacks as a D lineman. You hear me? Okay. Pretty impressive. No cap. I ain't going to cap. So he deserves a chance. Going off the stats. This is only 4 games, 18 total tackles. You hear me? 5 tackles for loss. He get in the backfield. In all honesty, I didn't watch enough of the UFL this year to see much of Redmond. Facts. Who watches UFL? Homie? He's going to have a short time to make an impression on the Vikings coaching staff, particularly with OTAs already being over with. Yeah, he got to come in, perform well. Right away. Ain't no taking his time. Ain't no sugarcoating. Ain't no getting in the mix. You hear me? He better come prepared, ready to bust heads, dog. When they put them pads on, he better bust heads. You hear me? Heavy. The Vikings could use some pass rush help on the interior. They could use a lot of help. A lot of pass rush help, dog. What you talking about, Andrew? But Redmond is likely an uphill battle if he wants to land anything more than a practice squad slot in training camp. Fact, practice squad depth guy just in case you need him. Can he do this? Man, probably not. Let's not get too crazy. But yeah, dog, you know, Kwesi trying to make moves, Kwesi trying to make maneuvers, dog. You hear me? That clearly shows you that Brian Flores, Kwesi O'Connell, they know their weak points. They're trying to improve. You know, do they have enough time? You hear me? Do they have enough time to improve them, dog? You know, you would like to see them get real big boys up front, real elite dogs up there. You hear me? But at the end of the day, you know, I guess they got to be patient with it. You know, we talk about this season. I feel like they should make the playoffs. I'm not saying they'll make a run, dominate the playoffs. No. Could they? You never know. We've seen crazier things happen. You hear me? That's just facts, dog. And a lot of sleeper teams, underdog teams in the past, huh? You can name the Giants versus the Patriots, to name a few. You hear me? You know, so it goes on. You never know. Football is, you know, the NFL is different every year. Different things happen, though. You can never really guess, though. You hear me? It's kind of like you can't go off week one because week one, like, yeah, everybody's getting in the mix, getting back acquainted. You can't tell who the real big dogs are to about week 5, week 6, man. If we're being realistic, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. You know? But yeah, you know, he could be an asset. He could contribute. Will he come in and dominate and ball and earn a spot and get a lot of PT? That would be great news for the Vikings if he did, but I don't think he will, you know. Most time these guys don't. Now, he may make the practice squad, et cetera, et cetera. But as far as really making some noise, I don't think so, but it could. You never know. Like, what could happen? Yeah. But the Vikings obviously believe in him, want to give him a chance. So that's what it is. But next up, man. You know, the Vikings obviously believe in him, dog. You know, they obviously believe in him, man. So that's what we're going to do with it. Hopefully he produces. Hopefully he can ball out. Hopefully he can bring something to the table. If not, hey, you know, it was a swap out. It was a swap out, you hear me? It was a clean swap out. But let's talk about the Vikings releasing a receiver. Let's check him out, man. Let's check him out, man. See what's going on here. Vikings drop young wide receiver. Does it really matter? The Minnesota Vikings tweaked their roster on Monday. With the regular season less than 12 weeks away, Vikings dropped young wide receiver. The club had 13 wide receivers on the depth chart entering the week, but trimmed the total to 12 with the waiver of undrafted free agent DEVRON HARPER. Cardinals Wires, Howard Blazer tweeted, Vikings waived UDFA wide receiver DEVRON HARPER. His contract included $15K guaranteed. You know, it is what it is. $5K signing bonus and $10K base salary. So they didn't believe in him like they thought. Harper would hit the open market and be free to sign anywhere in the NFL after the brief stint in Minnesota. He joined the Purple team right after the NFL draft in April, making his stay around 7 weeks. In return, with the open roster spot, the Vikings added defensive tackle Jalen Redmond. Okay, you hear me? As Aaron Wilson notes, a defender who performed wonderfully in the UFL this spring. Redmond will vie for a 53-man roster spot at training camp and in the preseason, though the D-tackle position is unusually crowded at the moment. Is it crowded or is it just bodies? We talk crowded. Okay, crowded is the right word, but if you come in and perform, you'll get a spot. Yeah, you come in. If he comes in and performs, he will get a spot. You hear me? Yeah, it's crowded, but it's not crowded. It's crowded, but it's not crowded. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe, bro. And I guarantee Brian Flores has expressed that very clearly to players, personnel, etc. Yeah. It's not like the Vikings just so stacked and stout up front, homie. I don't care how crowded it is. Bodies can get up out of there. Dudes can get up out of there. You hear me? Period, A lot of unproven names. You got James Lynch returning from ACL injury. Tear, dog. You got Jaquilin Roy, a young rookie. What's up with Jaquilin Roy? Seems like he's been quiet. Huh? You know. But if you got a couple guys who can transform and, you know, make that transition and take their game to the next level, you're talking about everything could change, you know, in the span of 12 weeks for the first regular season game. You hear me? So it's a lot of questions in the air. Some players we know are straight bust. Get them out the building. They shouldn't have been there. You know, period, dog. Probably players like Lewis Seen, Andrew Booth. You hear me? No disrespect again. Wish them the best again, but they not it. They not cutting it, dog. They not ready, homie. Quiet Lewis Seen, quiet Andrew Booth, quiet. Just too quiet. You know, Andrew Booth is who he is. Lewis Seen is who he is, man. You know, Brian Flores can't get to the dudes, then what's really good? You know? Will they get another opportunity? Probably so. You know, that's how the NFL goes. You know, you'll get a chance. But I just don't see Andrew Booth and Lewis Seen being in guys, man. Heavy. But let me know what you feel about it, man. Make sure you fire them comments up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell, man. It takes less than 1 second. Support the channel, support the grind, man. How you feel about Jalen Redmond? Can he make the team? Will he just be a practice squad dude? What it is, man. Let's get to it. Big SKOL here. SKOL Vikes forever. Win, lose, or draw, man. 1,000. Yeah.